Chief Deputy Whip for the House GOP conference and a member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Congressman Drew Ferguson. Good to see you, sir.
Good morning, Rob. Glad to be with you today. It's going to be on a tough topic, I know, which is raising Americans' taxes, something that America doesn't want.
Tell me, you're an expert when it comes to this topic. There are so many components to this plan. One of them, the plan would raise taxes on businesses by $900 billion. How does the administration think that this is a good idea coming out of a major health crisis?
I don't know how they think it's a good idea, but it's going to raise taxes not only on business, but small business. Our innovators, our job creators, the real heart and soul of our economy is about to be gutted by the Democrats' tax plan. And not only that, but they're coming after middle America, working class folks that are out there every day trying to do the right thing, provide for their families. The Democrats have demonstrated that they are at war with work. They're not at war with terrorism in Afghanistan. They are at war with work here in America. It's a sharp divide about how we see the world. We believe that America should be the most competitive place in the world to do business, that our small business and our innovators should be at a competitive advantage around the globe, and that our workers should be at a competitive advantage around the globe. Democrats see it differently.
Congressman, we had one of your colleagues, Ashley Hinton, on the program earlier this morning. I made a list just talking about inflation, where we are right now. Car rental prices up 73%, gas is up 98%. This is all year over year. Hotel prices, if you want to take your family to Disney or just a weekend away, the cost of a hotel room is 24% more expensive today than it was 1 year ago. And milk is up 8%. People are paying more for everything across the board. At what point do you think this is going to start to affect people when they are running for re-election, like, say, the midterms 15 months from now?
Oh, listen, I think it's most importantly, when is it affecting American families? And it's already happening.
Yeah.
When it affects politicians is when they see that their policies are failing America, and when Americans put their foot down and say no more. That is already beginning to happen. We know that inflation is a tax on every single person, and American families are feeling this at the grocery store, whether it's buying groceries, whether it's milk, meat, eggs, and for the administration to continue to call this transitory is laughable. Listen, this has set in, it's affecting American families. And their response is to spend more money, drive inflation higher, and pay more people to sit on the sidelines and not produce the goods and services that we need.
Yeah, people vote with their wallets, though. Hopefully, they do so in November 2022. While I have you, Congressman, I just want to ask you quickly about Secretary of State Antony Blinken's remote testimony. He couldn't make the trip down from the State Department to Capitol Hill to testify yesterday, but he said, and I'm going to play you the soundbite, but he said basically we had no idea that Kabul and the rest of Afghanistan would fall in just 11 days' time. Take a listen.
Even the most pessimistic assessments did not predict that government forces in Kabul would collapse while U.S. forces remained. As General Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, has said, nothing I or anyone else saw indicated a collapse of this army and this government in 11 days.
Is that a lie? Because we know that President Biden spoke with the then president of Afghanistan in July and tried to strong-arm him into changing the messaging around the preparedness of the Afghan army to fight the Taliban.
Blissful ignorance is no excuse for leaving Americans in the hands of terrorists and leaving the Taliban $80 billion worth of military equipment. The Secretary of State is being disingenuous not only with Congress, but with the American people. And if he did not know this, shame on him. He is either completely living in a bubble or he is lying. I suspect it's a combination of the two, because the bubble that they live in causes the Democrats to see the world in a very distorted way. It's not reality, and this guy needs to go. He needs to resign.
That's well put, sir. Congressman Drew Ferguson, good to see you again. Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate the expertise.
Thanks, Rob. Glad to be with you.
All right, you too. Stay with us. A lot